What's up, guys? I'm Ryan Roberts. Welcome into another recruiting edition of the At Large Bid Bearcats podcast. Tonight, I'm joined by 6'5", 295-pound defensive tackle CD McFee. CD is out of Elkhart, Indiana, and is the most recent commit to the Cincinnati football program. So, CD, let's hit on this recruiting process for you, man. What have these past few weeks been like for you?
These past few weeks, been great with the recruiting process. You know, my game been showing, and people have been, noticing me a lot more. Just because I play both sides of the ball, and a lot of people are like, "Dang, who was that?" And you know, and my recruiting has been really, really taking off so far.
So you chose Cincinnati Saturday over offers from Ball State, Illinois State, and Bowling Green, but you also had interest from Purdue and Indiana, the two hometown schools. What was it about Cincinnati that stood out to you?
What stood out to me the most was just the coaching. Coach Stu, he really got a plan for the defensive lineman. And my parents, they were in on my visit with me, and they were just talking about it the whole way home, like how he uses his D tackles, how the defense is around the D tackles. The defensive coordinator, he was really emphasizing how they need D tackles, and they really structure their defense around D tackles, and I really like that. Because sometimes teams they base their defense off linebackers, DBs, whatever. But I feel like they're really strong with D tackles, and they have a lot of D tackles that have performed in the past.
So you were on campus for a visit recently. What was your favorite part of that visit when you were in Clifton?
My favorite part of the visit really was just the fans, man. The fans, like that chant. I was just hearing that chant all the way home. Like that chant, every time they made a play, every time they had a touchdown, I liked it that real good.
So the down the drive, you're a fan of it already.
Yes, sir.
So you kind of hit on, this was a really quick recruiting process for you. Um, what was that relationship like with Coach Stu, and what did he do to kind of get you in the fold so quickly?
Really, so before I had actually got offered, um, a lot of people don't know, but he came down to see me a few times. The first trip he came, was the first time coaches can come out and really talk to players and stuff. And we talked for about an hour. And then the second time he came, and he told me he was gonna come back, and I was like, okay. And then the second time he came, and we just chopped it up. And he actually came to watch me practice, and I didn't know, he was there, and he just showed up, and he was like, "What's up?" And I'm like, "Oh, okay," like okay, he really let me know that coach has done this. And then um, I did a little quick workout with him, and he recorded it all. And he said he was gonna take it back and talk to the staff about it and stuff like that. But he really had high hopes, and I was gonna be one of his top guys. And a few weeks later, sure enough, he called me, and he was like, "Man, we got to get you to a game." He always checked up on me, always asked me how I was doing and stuff like that. And then I was like, okay. And then we went to a game. I had, other places I could have went or seen game days and stuff like that, but I just had to get there because he came to me, and I just had to get down there and see how it was and how the campus was, and I really liked it. From when I got in the bus to go there, um, the recruiting bus, people were like, "Oh, you recruit? This is a good place." Like I didn't even step on my visit yet, and people were already, showing me love. So I really like that.
So Coach Vite, he's new to the Bearcats defensive staff this year. What has not only Coach Stu but also Coach Vite told you as far as how you'll fit into that defense? Because you're a bigger guy, 6'5", 295. You don't see that very often on a defensive line.
Yes, sir. Really just, going in there. Of course, first year I'm going in early, so working out, getting the schemes, getting in the playbook, but really just coming in there as a strong, dominant nose and just, you know, helping them make plays. Coach Vite told me With my arm, with my length, and with my ability to move somebody, I should be a killer front for them.
How much have you watched, or how much have they shown you the way they use Dante Corleone in the middle of that defense?
Oh man, they showed him a lot, man. They showed him a lot, and just watching him without them even telling me, it's just like he's just one of the guys I looked at, you know, him and Tiandre from Texas, just some examples of guys I watched before I even got recruited, and I knew I was gonna play nose, and those guys are just dominant all over the field.
Is there anyone in the NFL that you try to model your game after?
Um, I'll probably say Jordan. He like as far as how big he is, how quick he can move. I'm always trying to work on my footwork, my hands. You know, that's just some me and my teammates do before pregame. Like we working on our hands, we working on our feet just to get loosened up. And he's definitely a role model I look at.
Jordan Davis of the Eagles, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to make sure. Well, speaking of your teammates, you play with a 4-star Tennessee commit, Marion Dye. How much have you guys kind of pushed each other over this offseason to get to where you're at today?
Oh man, our off season transformation was crazy. You know, as far as him and me, we took it hard. We had a coming off of a rough season. 3-7. We had to know we were gonna be the leaders for that next year, so
Mhm.
we took the off season hard. We worked out every day, got in the playbook really hard. Even if it wasn't gonna be the same plays, we still did it. I mean, we worked out, and a few other my teammates too, like we all just knew we were going to be the senior class, and we had to make sure that this team had good leadership, and we just took that role on. We just worked out, came to the field every day, got teammates to come to the field every day, beach, whatever, and just made sure we worked out and just got way bigger, faster, and stronger.
So you're a guy that is also transitioning to the offensive side of the ball this year. How has having a different perspective of the whole field helped with your overall game defensively?
Man, just learning what an offensive player has to do, offensive lineman has to do to even get a good block is just, crazy. And it's just like you don't respect them a lot until you go on that side and you're like, yo, like they literally have one job. If they mess up, the whole play is done. So really just going over there and I just see how much it takes and really just taking that from that side of the ball, footwork, leverage and hands and being able to extend, really that taking that to defense is just utilizing the same thing.
Had you ever played offensive line before this year?
Never. I always in the summer I always trained, with like I said, like with Marion, we always flip sides and we would go offense and defense, but never seriously, no.
So when you look at your I guess offer list, Cincinnati obviously being in the Big 12, did them being in the Big 12 as well as the proximity to home play a role in your commitment?
Um, I would say definitely a proximity to home. I didn't want to go too far, but I definitely wanted to get far enough, and they were definitely a factor in that. But I would say like, my coach always told me, wherever you are, they'll find you. So,
Mhm.
it wasn't really a thing in the being in the Big 12. I just really loved how they utilized the defensive linemen, and going in, and I could have a potential chance of being that guy. I really like the odds of that.
So you're a guy that's going to early enroll. You'll be on campus starting in January. What are some of the things you kind of hit on it a little bit earlier? But what are some of the things that you're working on throughout the rest of your season and into the winter before you get on campus?
Really making sure my hands are faster, make sure my feet are quicker. Once you get to that collegiate level, it's definitely a bigger, faster, stronger mentality that you have to have. And really just finishing the season strong, not letting this recruiting process slow me and my teammates' season down from the goals we have. Just making sure that when I get there, I keep the same leadership I have, even though I'm gonna be a freshman. You know, nobody's gonna really care what I got to say, but just making sure I got the same mentality I had this season going to the collegiate level.
So as we kind of wind down, let's get to know you a little bit off the field. Do you have a favorite food?
My favorite food is probably tacos.
Tacos?
Yeah,
Okay.
tacos are good.
So is it Taco Tuesday for you tomorrow?
Yeah, probably. I'm probably gonna have my mom cook something up.
Okay. What's do you have like a pregame or go-to playlist?
Um, I say my playlist is pretty all over the place, but if I had a song to go to every single time, it'll probably be, oh man, it'll probably be "Low Down" by Lil Baby. I feel
Okay.
like I listen to that a lot.
Yeah. All right. Do you have any plans to get back on campus before you early enroll in January?
Yes, I'm actually taking my official visit on the 21st there
Okay. Have
against
you
I think they play Houston. So
okay.
I'll be there to watch that game.
Uh good deal. I'm sure everyone's gonna love having you back on campus for that game. Well, I just want to finish on this. Obviously, student is the first part of student athlete. Have you thought about what you want to major in or what you want to do when you get on campus?
Um, I wanna go into sports medicine slash athletic training. My you know my school here, we actually got a program called a career center, and I
Mhm.
took that. And sports medicine was you know just staying around sports. So many different things you could do, so many different umbrellas of things you could go and attack in there. And I love being around sports.
So one day we may either call you, athletic trainer CD or doctor CD. That's what you're telling me.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
All right, man. Well, I just want to give you a chance. Do you have any message for Bearcat Nation before we let you get out of here?
Can't wait to get on campus, man. Can't wait.
All right, CD. Well, good luck the rest of the season. We'll see you back on campus here soon.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.